Hey everybody, CJ here, and today I'm a little bit excited. Not really excited, that's not the right word, but it's always fun when you get a package in the mail. And today that package is my Jinhao 599 that I ordered on eBay for something close to $3 after all the bids were done. And, well, I figured I would do a little bit of an unboxing of sorts, if opening a bag can be considered an unboxing. Well, I guess I'll just have to use my pocket knife. Alright. Not exactly trying to cut all the way through it because I don't know where the pin is. And I don't know how much bubble wrap there is. Not a whole lot. Okay, so we're done with that. Alright. Now, the Jinhao 599 has several times been called out for being a Lamy clone, and I didn't think it was at first. I saw a couple of pictures of one next to a Lamy, and I saw a few differences, and then I realized it was the wrong Lamy. I forget what model it was nearly identical to, but when I went looking the other day, I saw that, yeah, it's pretty nearly identical to the Lamy. So I'm not a big fan of that, but you know something? I'll take a small hit on a little bit of quality occasionally to experience something different. And something different is what this is. Now, the customary practice when filling a brand spanking new pen is you want to rinse it out because there's going to be some kind of oils from the manufacturing process on the nib, and perhaps even in the converter and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and take care of rinsing this out, and then I'll be right back. You won't even notice I'm gone. And we're back! Did you miss me? I miss me sometimes. Alright, so I have rinsed out my Jinhao converter. Okay, fully closed. And it's your standard, well, I guess it is standard. It's standard international sized, but it's just a typical everyday old average converter. All right, and we are going to, should I use document ink and stain it? Because that Kohinoor ink is going to stain this converter. Or should I perhaps get, They look like they're about the same size, right? So I could probably use this in my Jinhao. It's not the perfect fit, but certainly it'll work. And if I use a regular cartridge, I don't have to worry about dipping the nib in the ink and all that. But you know what? I think I might just do that anyway. You know, dip the nib in the ink. Now, normally, I would not be so anal retentive about drying out the inside of a pen, but, you know, this is mine, as opposed to my daughter's. I got one for my daughter that's the same exact model, just fluorescent green. Okay, you know, I'm sitting here looking at all of this, and I just realized all of it is off camera. Alright, so I will go ahead and push that firmly down there. Make sure it's on good. There we are. Now, that's something that I just noticed. If you twist this all the way down, it's going to hit that feed. Okay. You twist it further, it's going to pop the cartridge off the pen. So do be aware of that. Alright, I think on this pen, I will not use a document ink because I suspect the permanency of the document inks are going to encourage stains, and I don't want to encourage stains. Not on a pen I don't know and trust yet. I mainly just want to ink it up and get a feel for it. Alright, so apologize for my lighting here. I don't have a whole lot of room to work with on this. So simply get it down in there. Now I did forget to do one thing. I forgot to push the cartridge all the way down until it stops. Obviously at this point it's on the feed. And then I'm going to take a napkin. And you'll and you can see all the ink on the nib hood there and around the body. Yes, this wastes quite a bit of ink, and I hate that with a passion. So what I would much rather do is pull the cartridge, the converter. I would rather pull it out of the pen and fill it just like I would any other cartridge, and then stick it back on the pen. I tested it with just plain water, and the converter looked like it would hold ink in it without the feed attached, so I don't think that would be a problem at all. Okay. There's that Jinhao logo. And I was looking at some other pens, and the Jinhao is not an exact 100% carbon copy replica of a Lamy, but there are a couple of brands that they look like they were almost from the same mold. Now, they're not interchangeable parts, so they're not the same mold, but you know, they look like they could have been. So one of the things about the Lamy, the Jinhao, that I read about on a blog post is that when the person writing the post received it, the nib was rotated about 90 degrees from where it should have been. And this one and my daughter's both arrived with the nib correctly oriented. So I'm not too worried about that. They must have gotten it from some other manufacturer. Some other factory, maybe. Okay, let's see how hard to start. Oh, not at all. And it shouldn't be hard starting now that I think about it, because I filled it through the nib. All right. Wow, I cannot write point nib. That should be an N. Yeah. All right. Uh-oh. So now we got a little bit of an inconsistent flow. At least that's what it feels like. And of course, I'm at a point now, because of my camera stand, I don't have proper posture for writing here. It's not a bad writer. It's relatively smooth. I mean, for a fine nib, it's a lot less scratchy than this Aldo Domani Sorrento I've got. And it's a ton less scratchy than the Pilot Varsities I've tried out. Maybe I'll do another video on the actual, overall writing quality of it, because I'm seeing some things I like, some things I don't like. Maybe I'll do a review. I don't know. I'll do something and compare it with maybe my Pilot Metro, which is another starter pen that a lot of people have recommended, and I recommend. It's actually my daily carry. I've got a Pilot Metro there and a Waterman Phileas. So we'll see where that goes. And until next time, until the next video, which really I should have it out not too long from now, have a good one.